Hey Gemini, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings. Take what works, leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. If I don't catch a wavelength or storyline here, check your other major placements. And we're going to do what we did last time because I found it fun and interesting. We're going to start with a traditional tarot spread. If that resonates with you, you can join me over on Vimeo. Instructions are in the description box down here, or the link is. And I think that's all I need to say. All right, let's get going. I already shuffled, so we're going to cut the deck and then pull from the bottom of the deck for an overall vibe here. We've got Queen of Wands. This could be a person, this could be you, this could be just a part of the situation. This is being in touch with your own spirituality, sexuality, creativity. Our queens are very internally focused, inner landscape, inner universe, and they're in touch with their own selves, their own intuition. They're able to hear even like the smallest little intuitive hints, and they have sort of, I want to say, a sense of mastery of their inner landscape, how they work, how they operate, their own energy. So somebody here is really in touch with their own energy and can handle it very well, or at least that's the hope and that's the quest. This is your past, your present, your inner landscape, what's at issue, your environment, to-do list, possible outcome. I swear you got this last time too, some of these. Okay. In your recent past, you have Six of Cups. So remembering childhood friends, better times. You've been a bit nostalgic lately for in the recent past for some better times, something that maybe inspired you in the past, remembering that, getting in touch with that. There's a sense of imagination being more real than reality, of play, of a very playful energy has been going on here. It's reminding you of when you were a kid. So it might just be you in some sort of playful zone, feeling childlike, a childlike energy. It can also be about connecting with someone that you did feel that way, sharing something with someone from when you were younger, a sense of reconnection with that childlike energy, exuberance, and joy, a very emotional connection here. So this could be someone from your past, or it could just be you just having been in a really playful, upbeat mood, feeling really good about things, that kind of thing. In your current situation, you have a Four of Wands. This is what I think you maybe got this lesson. This is a leveling up. This is, graduating. This is leaving the internship for being offered an actual job. This is ceasing to date someone so that you can now be engaged to them. So there's a sense of leveling up. This one really goes with the engagement. So this could be you reconnected with someone from your past, and then now you guys have decided, like, doesn't just have to be love, but there is quite a bit of that here so far. But there is like right, we have these two characters laughing with each other, enjoying each other. These magpies over here and these elephants over here, really enjoying each other's company and enjoying and just like, let's keep doing this. Let's keep being friends. Like, let's this brings out some sort of playful aspect of you. So it's this leveling up and this commitment to the future. Like, this has gone really well. I like this. Let's commit to the future. Let's say that we want to keep doing this. We want to like keep laughing together and keep enjoying each other's company and keep going. This makes me feel connected. I see you. I feel seen. And let's move on. Let's go to the next season of this relationship. Springtime is done. Springtime was great and awesome. Let's try summer. Let's see what happens during summer here. Let's do that. So a new season in the relationship, wanting to stay with it, wanting to stay connected to this person, and wanting to commit to remaining connected with this person. What's on your mind? Your hopes, your fears. We have a queen. So we have a Queen of Swords. So coming in with a lot of clarity. Someone who, this could be you, this could be somebody else that you're thinking about. So you're thinking about clarity, and you're thinking about direction, I feel like. And you're thinking about communication, clear communication. Looking something directly in the eye and saying exactly what you think. So you might be worried about someone who knows what they think, who knows their own mind, who has a lot of clarity. You might be worried about that person. You might be hopeful about that person. You might be worried or concerned. So somebody here that could maybe have some sharpish words, because this person wouldn't necessarily be thinking about you or thinking about how everything they're saying is coming across and how it's going to be taken. They're just trying to like get out what they think and what they believe and a clear communication. This person would be looking to communicate very clearly and not necessarily pussyfoot around with exactly how it's received and whatever. They don't feel like that's their responsibility. They would feel that their responsibility is just to communicate truth, and that's it. So this person is on your mind. You may not like how they communicate, but you're thinking about it. It's something that's on your mind. Maybe it's you thinking about bringing in some clear communication here, or saying exactly what you think, being really clear and not really caring how it's received. I mean, that's always with the queens, right? We have the queen in touch with their own inner landscape, their own feelings, how they want to do things, their own inspiration, their own creativity. They're in touch with that, and their job right now, how they feel about themselves is that they're just here to be in touch with their own inspired action and work. This person's job, you or somebody else, is just to be in touch with their own truth, what they think, what they believe, their own truth about a situation. So it's not necessarily about deep connections or anything. It's more about like truth, and it's not always bad truth. It can be good truth. It's their truth, and so it could be you or somebody else. But you're thinking a lot about conveying truth and clarity. What's at issue here is this World card in reverse. So things outside of your control going on here. Well, welcome to the world. Just about everything's outside of our control, and half the time we're outside of our own control anyway. So, but this World card is these larger aspects. Something hasn't been completed and it hasn't come full circle yet. Something hasn't changed. Something hasn't moved. Something's still the same. There's still some sort of the same environment is going on. It's not, maybe the relationship changed. Maybe the truths have changed. Maybe something, or the clarity and what you see has changed, but something hasn't changed. Something isn't moving. It's not changing. It's outside of your control, and there's not a lot of rotation. Maybe we haven't returned. It hasn't been a year yet. There's something outside of your control. Something hasn't ended. Something's still going on. Something's still the same as it always was. It hasn't grown. It hasn't moved. It's almost in violation of natural laws. Like you'd think something would have changed by now, but this thing hasn't changed. Something in your situation just isn't changing, hasn't changed. You can't control it. The world seems to be at a standstill. Here you're thinking like swift movement, leveling up, moving on. You're thinking about movement, but there's something outside of you. There's something in your world that's just at a standstill and is stuck. Isn't moving. And it has to do with just kind of the world at large and the larger cycles. Yeah, and something hasn't been completed and finished. So that's the situation. We have another 6 here. That's interesting. In your environment, we have 6 of Pentacles, generosity, donations, movement of money, mutually beneficial arrangements. the appearance of inequity, but there's actually equity here. It's actually fair. It just appears for the moment to be unfair. But there's actually a mutually beneficial relationship or a mutual relationship. And it seems like one person's bringing a lot and the other person's not bringing that much, but both are bringing a lot for them, for what they have to bring. Right? It's like the story of the widow's mite. Like she gives 2 pennies, and the people watching the donations are like, well, 2 pennies, that's not that much. But for her, that 2 pennies was everything. So there's a sense of there's a visual maybe in your environment that seems unfair, but people are bringing what they have to give. So there is a balance and there is fairness, and everyone's bringing what they have. So it's not fair to say, oh, you should be giving $100. Everybody else is giving $100 and you're giving 2 pennies. Well, 2 pennies is all they have. All these people giving $100 have thousands and thousands more back there. And so they're not giving very much. So there's something here that in your environment that appears unfair, appears imbalanced, but is actually in the service of overall balance, of a more karmic balance. Something that seems light for you to carry may be heavy for someone else to carry. So yeah, there's something in your environment about equity, the appearance of inequity, but the reality of equity lies beneath that. And then we have in your environment or your to-do list, 9 of Swords. Keep going, even though there's something about this that's really exhausting. It's so funny. We start off with this exuberance of 6 of Cups, reconnection with self and this child like play and joy, and then this leveling up. We're going to move into the next level. This is so cool. This is, I'm getting that job. I'm getting the new thing. But this is saying 9 of Swords is like, okay, you just want to rest, and maybe you're protecting someone else while they rest, but you can't rest. It feels like there's danger afoot. 9 of Swords, it's our nightmare card. It's dealing with our anxieties. So this is almost like I'm getting a sense of letting go of fear, letting go of, trying to let go of fear and anxiety, but dealing with anxieties, maybe about the future, about the next level, dealing with your fears about things, maybe your fears about not getting what you need in what seems to be an inequitable environment. But is actually equitable. And this could be donations. This could also be scholarships. This can be some sort of decision about financial or resource distribution being made. It's completely out of your control, out of your hands. And you don't, and maybe it's been like stuck, I almost see like a letter stuck in the processing center, with this World card, like something kind of stuck in the machinery of life. And yeah, so fears, dealing with fears that keep you up at night. You could be sleeping and maybe you're making sure everyone around you is sleeping, but you're worried about things. So this is dealing with those fears. Sometimes when we look at those fears in the eye and we let them play out, we can see that we can handle where they go, even if they don't end up going there. Asking your fears what they're doing here, what they want, what they have to say. They're here to protect you, and that's what they think they're doing, but sometimes they're depriving you of sleep and all sorts of other things, and peace. So they need to it requires examination and exploration. Fears for the future. So looking at your anxieties, and that's not to say your anxieties are completely useless, right? I remember, you tell people sometimes like, oh, I'm worried about this. And they say, well, don't worry about that. Well, why would that be a useful response? That is not a oh, okay, let me just turn off the switch. I won't worry about it. Let's explore it, talk about it. I'm worried about something. Okay, what are you worried about? And okay, I guess that could happen. You know what? Let's talk about it. So this could be like if you're leveling up with someone and someone's worried about the future and about where this goes and what happens about this and you know, should we do a what do you call that? A prenup agreement? That's what this looks like. Should we do and this is like, let's talk about it. Instead of just saying, well, that won't happen, or dismissing your fears, talk about them. Or just saying, I'm just feeling anxious. Well, exploration is required here. Then we have the moon card coming in here with our city coyote here. Checking something out, finding treasures. This intuition, this light of the moon is leading places, uncovering things. There's something maybe in the trash and the garbage that actually has a lot of value. I think like as you examine this Nine of Swords, there's going to be stuff that's uncovered. This is good. This is good. Truth is good, right? We wanted the truth. We were thinking about truth. We wanted the truth. We wanted some clarity here. This moon card will give us what clarity is available. Not everything will be clear. Not everything will be in broad daylight. But we're going to go exploring and we're going to go kicking over some cans and finding some things, some truth, some life about ourselves, so we're going to be finding surprising feelings and emotions and things. So this Nine of Swords, this anxiety nightmare card coming with the moon card coming right after it. I really love this combination. Go exploring and looking into those anxieties, because you're going to find some surprising things. Things will be revealed. You wanted truth to come out. Go hunting for it. Go looking for it. Hunting for it. Go looking for it. Okay. All right, Gemini, I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you for your likes, subscribes, and comments. And if you want to, you can join us over on the extended. And if not, see you later, alligator.